Hello students, let's discuss today some of the oral comprehension questions. While reading the story, actually, while reading this extract taken from the autobiography of Nelson Mandela, the first question is, where did this ceremony take place? Can you name any public buildings in India that are made of sandstone? So actually, student, the answer of this question should be, this is the sample answer. You have to write yourselves, you have to attempt yourselves, you have to give your own answer, but the answer that I will make you write here will work for you as sample answers. So the answer of this question should be, the ceremony took place in the sandstone amphitheater formed by the Union buildings in Pretoria. You students, you have read in the story what the amphitheater is, and this amphitheater was actually formed by the Union buildings in Pretoria that you have seen in the story. And which buildings in India have been actually built in sandstone? Built with sandstone. Actually, you know about the buildings. If you do not know, you can take the help from here. Some of the buildings in India which are made of sandstone, such as the Supreme Court of India, the Parliament House, Rashtrapati Bhavan, are actually some of the buildings in India made of sandstone. So you can look for this answer as sample answer, and you already know about many buildings in India which are made of sandstone. You can write about them. So student, this is the answer of question number 1. Now we will see the answer of question. Now student, second question is, can you say how 10 May is an autumn day in South Africa? So actually 10 May is autumn day. Autumn refers, the bad things, when the dry out things. So actually how 10 May is considered as an autumn day in South Africa? Let's see in answer. 10 May is an autumn day in South Africa, students, because since this day was the largest meeting of international leaders on South African soil to establish the first democratic non-racial government in South Africa. So actually it was on this very day, on this very date, that it was, the democracy was established in South Africa, and a non-racial government was actually first time set up in South Africa. That is why this day is considered as an autumn day in South Africa actually. So question number third, student, is actually, at the beginning of his speech, Mandela mentions an extraordinary human disaster. So what was this extraordinary human disaster? All the unfair injustice, prejudice in the and discrimination that have for all those years actually has been referred here by Nelson Mandela as the human disaster. And what does he mean by this? What is the glorious human achievement he speaks of at the end? So actually the answer of this question should be, students, the extraordinary human tragedy that Nelson Mandela is describing here is actually at the beginning of his speech, refers to the cruel practice of apartheid. He is talking about the apartheid system that was, in South Africa, and you know what the apartheid system is, and it just because of all this system, the South Africans, the black people over there, struggled so much in the name of race, and actually the racial injustice endured in South Africa by the blacks at the hands of the white people actually. In the end, the glorious human achievement he spoke of refers to the development of the first democratic non-racial government in South Africa actually. So now student, question number 4 is, what does Nelson Mandela thank the international leaders for? Mandela felt fortunate to be the host of international nations, since just a while ago South Africans were considered outlaws. As it has been written, they were considered as outlaws in the story. Also, you have seen it means they were isolated from the international community because the apartheid system in their country. All over the world community, the international community was actually separated them from international community. So that is why, and now they are hosting the international nations. So now they are hosting all the nations, so he is feeling proud, he is feeling fortunate for all this, and that is why he is actually thanking all the leader. And so in writing written form, he will write, therefore he thanked all the world leaders for witnessing his abdication as president, as this occurrence. So students, question number 5 is actually, what ideals does he set out for the future of South Africa? What he actually sees as in future South Africa as a country? So that's what you have to answer in question number 5 actually. Mandela had high expectations for South Africa's future. He vowed to rid all South Africans of the enduring slavery of poverty, deprivation, misery, gender, and other discrimination. He also underlined that South Africa's magnificent land should never again suffer racial discrimination. And actually, not only racial discrimination, but he should hope for no nothing sort of discrimination, prejudice, or any injustice. That is why Martin Luther King Jr. once said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere actually. So Nelson Mandela is also one of the person who is considered as the flag bearer of non-violence, like Mahatma Gandhi. Many of you would probably not agree.